Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Claire. I am a coach, I'm an intuitive, and I'm a conscious creator. I just recorded um, uh, an intuitive messaging, and there was a message that came through from Archangel Michael. And the main message, and it was just so simple, was slow down, slow down. And now I was sitting here thinking, okay, this is the message that I'm sending out to everyone. This is the message that is important for everyone to hear, people who maybe tune in and watch my videos. And then I set up for my next video because I had this plan. I'm going to do like 3 or 4 videos today. Got to get all these videos done. And I just could not start my next video. I just got this feeling like close your eyes, close your eyes. So I just sat with my eyes closed and I sat and I sat and I'm like, I need to get the next video going. I need to start the next video. And then I had to surrender to well, this is what I'm being called to do. Close your eyes. Close them properly. Forget about everything you've planned. You're you're running on a treadmill for what reason? And I tapped into my heart and I heard the words again. Slow down. Every time I edit these videos, I acknowledge how fast I speak, how quickly I try to get through the video. Now I'm like consciously trying to slow down and it's hard. And at the core of all of that, I'm like, don't want to waste people's time, get the message out quickly. Like people have other things to do. You're not this like big YouTuber that people are going to come in and watch an hour's worth of talking. You need to get them the message quickly so they can move on with their day. And I think I'm realizing that's not the goal for me. It's never been the goal to like quickly get messages out and reach as many people as I can. And the aim of this channel at the moment is to slowly grow and to just reach those people that are actually looking for what I do. And I'm not going to get there by racing through it. And it actually, ironically, comes back down to the exact thing that kept coming up for me this week that I wanted to share. So let's begin. I will be sharing some messaging that's come through for me this week. I'll be sharing a few cards in the moment, see what comes through in the cards. And before I do that, I just want to let you know I have opened a school account, a school community, SKOOL. I am in the early stages of starting there. It's going to start off with like a free membership area where anybody can come in, and we're just going to get a bit of a community started. I want to come off of all other platforms and use it almost as like a Facebook group where people can get to know each other and we can hopefully build something really intentional and aligned, like people who want to actually get to know each other. And from there, it will end up hopefully going to a membership where we can dig a little bit deeper, like maybe courses, online gatherings, stuff that I was doing in the past. And I had to take a break in order to find my reason. And I feel like I have my reason a little bit more clearly now of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So that will be in the description box below. So feel free to go check that out. And while I'm doing the admin side of things, please feel free to like, subscribe, share these videos as you watch them. The more people I reach that are actually looking for this, the more I can fulfill the work that I believe I'm meant to do here. And that is to help people find opportunities for self-healing. I don't believe that I am here necessarily to heal. I believe I'm here to encourage, support, and guide and empower people to heal themselves just by living my life and sharing videos and doing things like this. Okay, so let's get on to the messages. So, what's been coming through for me this week is how important it can be to take the first step. So, if you have a project, if you have a dream, I want to say dream more than project. If you have a dream you have always wanted to do, I almost want to say the words, and I'm saying this kindly. What are you waiting for? On the one hand, what are you waiting for? And on the other hand, what do you believe is getting in your way? So if there are limitations, and if you constantly maybe tell yourself, well, I can't yet because of, I believe that we are being called to look past the limitations because often, and I want to say always, but it isn't always, but often, we are very quick to put limitations on ourselves. Maybe the way we were raised, or just the things we've been taught in our communities, or just in life, in society in general, how you can't do this, you can't do that. For example, I always believed I could not homeschool my children. They would not get enough socializing. I would feel isolated and maybe stuck because all I could do now was homeschool my kids. I couldn't do anything else. And it took difficult things for me to realize that those limitations were just words. They were just words, they weren't truth. And when I felt myself pulled to that calling of unschooling, homeschooling, those limitations faded away very quickly. My children are socializing differently. I wouldn't say better. In some ways, it feels better because it's more intentional socializing. They socialize with children they choose to socialize with a lot of the times. But anyway, that's besides the point. Um, the things I didn't think we could do are things we're doing fine. I'm still able to do other things. I'm still able to work. I'm still able to do coaching. I can still do these videos. I kind of felt like it would take up my whole life. I don't know why, but I thought it would. And it has in a different way. It has, but in the best way possible. So often I feel triggered, and that's my own thing to work on. When I listen to people talking about their dreams and then they go, but I can't because. I can't because. And this week I've been super inspired because I've been watching a guy on YouTube called Ruben Schmidt. I don't know how to say it, Ruben Schmidt. He did a really long series of traveling around the world and with a friend. And the idea was that the idea they had is to travel to all seven continents without any money, literally just relying on the kindness of strangers. But they've been selling cookies, like they buy cookies at the shop and then they sell them like so something so they can give something in exchange, but then obviously people will give them like $20, $50, $2, and it all adds up like crowdfunding at the end of it. But the experiences that they're having and the things that they're doing, but what has stood out to me the most is there are people in every place they go to that say, I'm putting money towards this because I could never do it because of XYZ. And yes, often those limitations are very real. Work responsibility, maybe lack of a visa, and they've tried and been rejected with visas before. Something I can tell you about these two guys is that they are persistent as heck. They want this dream so badly that they ask 100 people until they get the yes. They keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going until they get the yes. And the things that they've managed to do, I would have said there's no way they're going to be able to do that. They've got free accommodation in almost every place they've gone to, whether it's a person giving them a couch or a hotel giving them a room. They will ask and ask and ask and ask until they get the yes. They really wanted to do a microlight or a small aeroplane flight in Australia. The amount of people who said to them, "You're never going to be able to do this. Like, nobody's going to take you on a free flight. Do you know how much that costs?" And then they got to this one place. I don't know how many no's they got, but they got to this one hangar. There's all these planes. They knock on the door. This guy comes out and they tell him their story, and they say, any chance we can get a free flight? He's like, yeah, let's do it. Just like that. And those moments are moments that remind me that, yes, there are reasons that make things difficult for us to follow our dreams. But if we focus on those reasons all the time, well, then we're not going to live our dreams. So today I'm asking you to ask yourself, what is your dream? What is my dream? What do I really want? What am I waiting to happen? What am I waiting for? And how can I do it? How can I keep asking 100 times until I get that yes? So another story, I have been following a lot of YouTubers online for years. I watch a lot of people, and funnily enough, the thing I'm drawn to the most is the travel channels. Even though that's not what I want to create here, I really want to travel, but it's not the top thing on my list, but for some reason, watching people travel just inspires me so much because of the interactions they have with people. Like I'm a very peoply interaction person. That's why I love reality shows. Like we'll watch The Amazing Race. I'll watch something like Love is Blind to see how people interact and like why they said what they said and why they did what they did without like trying to diagnose people and say like this is this and this is that. I feel like I get messages from it as I watch. Like, oh, that relates to my life in this way. Oh, actually, maybe I could have said this to that person, or maybe next time this happens, it will actually help for me to do this or that. So, the point I was trying to make, I've been watching a lot of YouTubers, and what stood out to me is I watch people who they start out and they have like 10 followers and they post every week and they're like, oh, well, it's going to happen. And they post every week. And so many of these people I watch that are small, they have a small following and they're reaching small groups. They believe so much that they're going to reach their goal that they just continue one step at a time. That's all you can do is take the first step. What has gotten me down personally, and this is 100% true, I have started and stopped things over and over and over because I feel like I failed. And for some or other reason, I feel like everybody else thinks I failed, even though nobody gives two some things. I can't think of what I want to say. No one gives a damn what I'm doing, not in an ugly way, but everybody's chasing their dream. Everybody's living their life. 2 minutes they might look at my thing online and be like, oh, she's cancelled another event. Loser. No, I don't think anybody actually thinks that. I think people think that, but they don't. But what it's taught me is when I feel so low and so down in the dumps, and I'm like, another thing didn't work, I keep coming back to my why. And it's so quick for my why to change where I start going, I want lots of people to agree that what I'm doing is good. So, for example, I run a conscious dance class. When I started the conscious dance classes in 2022 or 2023, every week I was disappointed because I would get 4 people, but I wanted 10. And I would get 8 people and I wanted 3. And then I would have 5 people. Oh, sorry, 8 people, I wanted 3 people, and I wanted 8. Then I would have like 5 people, but I really wanted more. And eventually I'd get like 2 people. And then I packed it in and I was like, well, this isn't working. And I would feel this like resentment feeling in my chest, like almost to the universe and to other people. I've been told that if I have a dream and I keep pushing for it, it's going to work and I'm going to get these people in. And then I stopped and I did a bunch of like work on that. I sat with those feelings of like, why do I always feel like it's not good enough? Why do I always feel like I failed when I did have people coming and I was getting a lot out of it? I was learning each week, I was learning new things. And anyway, fast forward, I started doing the conscious dance classes again this year, and my mindset, sorry, is completely different. I've decided, yes, I'm going to run these conscious dance classes. If one person comes, if no people come, my why is that I want to do conscious dance and I want to share it with those who are looking for it. I don't want to have 10 people that don't want to be there. I don't want to have 5 people that don't want to be there. I want to have one person that goes, wow, I really needed that tonight. And then I've done what I came to do. So, and a lot of people might look at that in a different way. And like, obviously, like there's money things and like, you know, what's the point if there's not a lot of people? My point is different to other people's. My why is I love conscious dance and I want other people to see what it is. And I want them to experience it and I want them to love it like I do because that's something that means a lot to me. So I think the point I'm trying to make with all my stories is that taking the first step is scary sometimes. Taking the 100th step is scary sometimes. But if we stop, we're never going to get there. Stopping is not an option. And I don't mean that in a hard, harsh way. I mean that in a, if you want to reach your dream, you need to, and doing stuff to reach your dream doesn't always have to be physical. It doesn't always have to be forceful. And you don't have to force a dream to happen. Is the dream going to happen if you are allowing it to unfold and you are connecting with spirit all the time, checking in? What can I do next? Where can I go? How can I move? How can I make this a fun journey and still reach my dream? So I feel like the camera has jumped a little bit. I don't know if you heard the last thing I said, but anyway, leaning into the fun of it, leaning into the why. I think that's what I'm going to leave you with now. Um, I'm going to go to the cards. Okay. Right, so we have the Two of Cups. Hope you can see it. We have the Ten of Cups right after it. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles. And then we have our Devil coming up just for fun to make everyone freak out. And we're not freaking out about this. I'm going to explain why. Okay, so I'm starting from the back and I'm working my way left because let's get this Devil out of the way. The Devil card is not an evil card. It is not a harmful card. I I really almost wish it had a different name, but I actually feel like it has to have this name because it does. For me, this is the limitations. If I go like that, it's our limitations, it's our mind. I read a quote this week that said, there are no evil people, there are no demons, there is no evil, something like that. It is just unhealed people, unhealed. And that's something I believe. You don't have to believe it. If it doesn't resonate for you, that's fine. I don't believe that there is the same evil that we have maybe been told about. A lot of people will disagree with me. I believe there is a lot of wounding. There is so much wounding that needs love. There is so much wounding that needs healing. But it's not our job to heal others. It's not our job to give love when we abandon ourselves and our boundaries. So this is not about that. This is about your journey of limitation, the thoughts and the beliefs that are keeping you trapped, that are keeping you small, right back to what I was talking about now. You cannot reach your dream if you live your life in limitation. And you cannot, you know what I want to say, and I want to say this kindly. It is sometimes it appears easier to live in limitation because we can sit back and go, yeah, it's nice that they can do that. I can't do that because of this. I'll never be able to do it because of that. And then what do we end up doing? Nothing. Easier. I know. It feels harder. I can tell you now, it is so much harder to take the steps, but oh my goodness, it's so much better. We have to take the steps. We have to. There is no other option. You have to. Even when this is how you feel. Five of Pentacle energy is the door is there. The key is there. She's not ready, and that's okay. It's that almost makes me want to cry. It's obviously a message I needed to hear. You're not being forced to follow your dream. You don't have to. You're not being forced to say, I'm going to give up my limitations. Limitations are real, they're hurtful. Sometimes it's wounding. We can't just leave those things, they'll come up again. You'll walk through this door with your wounding and it will still be there. Maybe you need time for healing. Maybe you need time for feeling before you're ready to walk through that door. That's okay. The key's there. It's waiting for you. The pentacles to me always mean self-worth, talent, gifts. They're there. They're waiting for you. You've got the means to do it. But whatever's keeping you here is what you focus on first. And you give yourself love and you give yourself grace. You can't just walk through the door feeling like this. You can, but give yourself the time until you're ready. Because what comes next is the King of Pentacles. He's got his sidekick. He's not alone. He's got a spirit animal. He's got spirit walking with him. He's got his self-worth, and he's able to sit and he's able to say, oh, I'm actually comfortable in my worth now. Moving forward feels much easier when I know who I am. I can push forward and I can keep going forward and telling myself I can do it. But if I don't actually believe in myself, or I don't love myself, or I'm not following an intention that is going to bring me to my highest good, then what's the point? But sitting comfortable in your self-worth will bring us these. Now, these came through together, and it's not a mistake. This one's like happy families, all the cups, the rainbow, like the kids playing, the couple, the it's it's happy families, and it doesn't have to be family. I mean, if you're somebody who doesn't want a family, if you're somebody who wants to go at it alone, you want to like live on your own doing traveling or whatever, you know the point I'm trying to make. It's ultimate dream. This is ultimate dream, and it came up. It's there. But the Two of Cups is telling us that you do not have to walk this path alone. It's intertwining, and it doesn't always have to be people. It doesn't even have to be like a partner. But there are partners that you are sent. That's what I want to say with this card. Like if you want to use the word soulmates, twin flames, whatever you want to use, but it's real. And it doesn't have to show up as a romantic partnership. It can be a friendship, it can be a family member, it can be a friend, it can be a stranger on the street who gives you a tip, whatever. I think the message here is even if you've been burned so many times, it reminds me of the video that I'm going to come back to that. You might get 100 no's before you get your yes. You might have past tense navigated difficult connections with people where you're like, I'd rather not do this life with others, whether it's work or family or whatever it is. I'm going to stay on my own. It's easier. I want to tell you today that I feel like this message is coming through to tell you not to give up on those people that are there to help you, on those like-minded people that want to see you succeed. And I feel like I am one of those people in your life right now, and you are one of those people for me. We are connected in this moment of light, and I believe in you, and I'm sending you love, and I'm sending you a hug to say, you can do this. You can do this. I want to recap it because if you look at the journey, it's the limitations keep us stuck. Sitting in our emotions is so valuable before we move through that door. And accepting the journey of feeling and sitting in that and then sitting comfortable with who you are, finding who you are and why do you want to do what you want to do? Why do you have the dream? Maybe the dream is sometimes the problem or the intention behind the dream. Why do you want to do the thing you want to do? Is it to prove to everyone you can? That was mine. Is it to show everyone I know who I am? I can do this. Is it to earn a whole stack of money to prove to people that you're worthy? Or is there an intention that's here in your heart that's saying, whatever it is, whatever it is, whatever it is, that will lead you to happy endings, not endings, but it'll lead you to all your desires and to connecting with those who will help you along the way. So I hope that that card reading helped you in some way. Oh, my final one from the Spirit Animal Oracle is the Lion card, which I did want to pull. The number feels significant. It's 37. You can see, and now the light's going to shine on it. 37. Lion Spirit. Don't always have to explain what it is, but I will read it from the book because obviously the book was written for a reason. For me, it says be generous of spirit. I feel like what's coming through is so much strength, so much belief in ourselves. Believe in yourself, believe in your strength, believe in your gifts. Let's see what it says. A healthy ego means you ease God's order instead of edging God out. So, healthy ego. So often we're saying, I can't shine my light and be good enough because that's going to look like I'm trying to prove something. I'm trying to be somebody. Prove it, be it, do it. Like a healthy ego is not bad. Healthy ego is there for a reason. Lion spirit's appearance is a reminder that you have been given the gift of pride, a healthy sense of self-worth, a healthy sense of self-worth, to express your divine, authentic self in a unique way. You are both the king and queen. King. Sorry. Secure in your prosperity and wisdom and generous of spirit as you help others. I'm going to stop there. It's a long one, but I want to go to the protection message that says, do you doubt you can do much good? Do you doubt your ability to do much good? Are you stuck in a state of scarcity thinking that you don't have enough? You will never have enough. You cannot do what other people can do. It says, who am I to lead? Who am I to step into my dream? Who am I to have an amazing relationship? Who am I to think I can help? Like, how is this message not so perfect with what I started with and what these cards have brought us? Lion Spirit is to tell you that the antidote to low self-esteem is stepping into healthy pride. Of course, you can do all that you desire. The spark of great spirit lives inside you. You are here to steward that energy into the world. Every little thing you do, every little thing I do, literally affects the world. Literally. I'll stop there. I'll post this on the school group that I told you about. I'll post the message and the card so that you can read the full description in the book. So visit the link below to see that. But it came up in the video I watched today of those guys traveling. One of his videos he focused on, he always felt like his little bit that he did in the world would never make a difference. And he showed how getting things, getting money, getting help, getting tips, getting advice from people on this journey, tiny little bits added up. And he wouldn't have been able to travel the world without those people. Take one person away, changes the whole journey. Take all those people together, it made the journey. He couldn't have done it without those people. So, what I'm going to leave you with today is who you are is part of the whole. Who I am is part of the whole. None of us have to be a famous jet setting or whatever. Who you are right now is already part of this world that is so significant. Your part in the world is important. And I hope that you know that. So I'm sending you so much love. I hope that this reading was helpful. I am aware of the fact that I have been speaking slower. It's rather uncomfortable for me, but I do think it is necessary for myself to slow down and for these videos to be slower and more intentional. Like if people are here for a quick message, maybe it's not the right place to come. So thank you for being here today. I look forward to seeing you at my next video. Bye everyone.